Kaltenbach, presenting the second part of the presentation of Photo2Read. To demonstrate this, I am going to use a draft of my PhD thesis that has been photographed, and the folder of photography can be dragged over the application icon or its shortcut, and this starts the application on the first photo of the folder. To start from a specific photo, you drag that photo to the application icon, it will start from it. So here is the first page. If I click, I get to the next page. Click again, get the next page. If I were to shift click, I would go backward. Let's show you the view mode that was not presented in the previous video. This is a book reading mode. It adjusts the view to the number of columns in your photo. So right here we have 2 columns. In fact, this is what we have decided in the options, user options for the software. But you can modify it. You can also modify the number of columns interactively by pressing on the number keys. If I press 1, say it will consider my photo to have only 1 column. If I would press 3, it would consider it has 3 columns, but it will never show the image larger than its true size, so in this case it will be ineffective. Alright, so let's show you a way of moving between distant pages. One way is to use the tree view. I press the keyboard key T, and this takes us to a view of all our pages, and those pages also could be in subdirectories. Right here we do not have any subdirectory. Okay, notice that as I pushed the cursor over some image names, we get the corresponding icon showing. The icons are generated on a folder of images newly opened with Photo2Read. This may take some time. You'll see a progress bar, but the browsing of images without using the icons is immediately available. You do not have to wait. Okay, so this is a way of navigating. Let's try to click on one line. This takes you to the corresponding page. If I click here, I get to this page right here. Okay, so let's maybe adjust the page to the screen size. Suppose that I want to go to another page. I click, this goes to the next page. Let's go to a page. Let's show you a jumping mechanism. I can jump to pages by pressing the J key, and I am going to get to 157, and this takes us to the page 157. Another way of navigating by micro adjustments is to use the icon bar. If I press the I key on the keyboard, you see the icons. The icon with a red rectangle corresponds to the current image. If you want to move around, you can click on a surrounding icon. So if I click on this one, it's going to take me somewhere ahead, and if I click on this one, I'm getting back to where I was before. Another way of jumping is to use the arrow keys. If I press the down arrow key, this takes us 10 pages forward as defined in the user properties. You could change that if you wanted. If I press once, you see I get to page 177. If I press backward key, I get back to 157. Okay, so this is a way of navigating using the jump. Let's show you another way of navigating using bookmarks. I can bookmark the pages. If I press V to bookmark that page, I can go to somewhere else. Let's take a page with some picture right here, one ellipse. I could bookmark this one. Okay, press the keyboard key V, and let's go to a page with no picture. Let's say this is a page 159. Let's remember page 159. Let's go to the bookmark. I press the keyboard key W, and you see my bookmark. Here you see that the bookmark, this bookmark has been named. In fact, I used it before, but you can, because normally the bookmarks have a name that is the name of the image and the path to it. Right here I renamed it. How do you rename a bookmark? You select it, and then you click here to give a new name. Say I'm going to call it a grad grad and OK. So you see, as you move the cursor over it, you get there. How do you go to the corresponding image? You click, double click, and this takes you to the image, to the page. All right. Now if you wanted to go back to where you were before you went to the bookmark, you would press the O key on the keyboard, and this will take you to where we were before. You may remember the page 159. You see, this can be very useful when doing scholarly work, and say in mathematics you want to go to a definition and then go back to where you were before. Okay. So this shows you the bookmarking. Let's show you the working, how the indexing works. To do that, we use a tree view to get to, say, the first page of our document. All right, so let's get to this one right here. It's not quite it, so I'm going to click to go to the next page here. This is the first page here. To index that page with the number 1, say, I press the escape key to view the menu bar, and in action I select index this page and I type the number 1. This is the index given by the document itself. You see? So I'm reusing the indexing of the document that was done on paper. Now, to go to index the last page, I could again use navigate to the last page. One way to do that would be to use the icon bar. Here I click to get to the last image, and I could reuse the action, but I'm not going to do it. Let's even hide the menu bar. Click on the center icon down there. Okay, and you see you have a menu button, a button at the bottom right. I click on it, and here I'm going to say this is page 269. I say OK. So now the indexing is done by interpolation. If I say G125, I am getting to the page 125. If you have omitted some pages in the photographing of your document, the destination may not be quite correct. But say you are at any page, you can redefine the indexing. So the gaps between pages in the will be less and less frequent, and your indexing will work better and better each time you use it. So this prevents you from having to spend a lot of time indexing your document before using it, and possibly not using the index, a waste of time then. So by this process you get to work no more than strictly necessary. Okay, this is the philosophy of the full software anyway. All right, let's show you one last aspect of Photo2Read. Let's say, suppose that I jump to 157, and I'm going to capture part of my diagram right here. To do a screen capture, you type R for region, and you can select part of your image, and you see immediately you get a small reduction of the Photo2Read window, and you can do some other work in other applications. Say I can open Microsoft Word and say paste the image that has been put in the clipboard. All right, I could resize, put it. All right, so let's quit here, and you have seen this feature of Photo2Read. To get back to Photo2Read, you just click on the image and you are back at it. So this shows you some aspects of Photo2Read for use in scholarly work, and I am going to quit telling you that in the US in 2010 about 20 million cameras have been sold, and this makes quite a number of possible books to be done in very short time, far exceeding whatever have been done by digital libraries and Google and so on. A sobering thought. So I thank you very much for your attention. I quit by pressing Q, and I say goodbye.